This is Voices from the Commit Crew with Katie King. She is a shortstop and plays for the Birmingham Thunderbolts premier 18U Rocky. She lives in Orange Beach, Alabama, and she attends Orange Beach High School, and she is committed to the University of Arkansas. We got another Arkansas commit on the Commit Crew with us, so we're super excited. So just start off, Katie, we just want to hear from you about what made you start playing softball and when did it turn into a passion of yours to where you wanted to pursue it collegiately?
Okay, so I was like really young. I have two older siblings and they absolutely love sports. So my whole life I grew up around brother played baseball, my sister played softball. So really from a young age I had a passion for softball because just seeing my siblings play it.
Yeah.
And so I started travel ball really young. And really from the start I was like, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. Like I just love it.
That
So
is
that's
amazing.
the passion for it.
So you play shortstop. Did you play any other positions, throughout your years? And what made you pick shortstop as your primary?
Okay, so when I was young, I used to play the infield, like third base. I used to play third base, but in like HU, 10U, there isn't much hitting going on. So, I was
Yeah.
like, I'm a little bored out here. So that's when I tried catching.
Okay.
Catching didn't last that long, a little bit. Well, then I said, you know what? I want to be a pitcher. I took one pitching lesson. Oh, I'm done. I can't pitch. And so then I was like, yep, let me try shortstop. And shortstop, you kind of get it all. Even when you
Yeah.
don't get the ball hit to you, you always have a job to do. Like you got to be
Yes.
covering this base. You're the leader on the field.
Yeah.
And I just love shortstop. Love everything about it.
So what is your number and do you have any kind of special meaning behind it?
Okay, so I wear number 22. And that is
Okay.
for my absolute queen of softball, my favorite person. I've never met her,
Uh-huh.
but I can tell she's my favorite person, and that is Sis Bates
I
from
knew it.
Washington. Oh, I just love her.
That is
Seeing her
awesome.
shortstop, she's amazing.
Yeah,
She's
she is.
great.
She is. That's funny. When you said 22, I was like, I wonder if it's going to be Sis Bates.
You know what? My favorite move of hers is whenever she goes up the middle and she does her spin and she throws
Yes.
and gets the girl out every time.
She's so good. And her personality, like she plays with so much passion. Like she's so much fun to watch play too. That's what
Yeah,
I think is really cool about her is she's not only a stud, but she just like her
yes,
energy. Yeah,
yes. Like
it's
I
so
just
much
love
fun.
her.
Yeah, I love her too. That's awesome. Growing up, did you play any other sports besides softball, or was softball kind of the number one thing that you did?
Well, softball always took the priority.
Yeah.
But when I was younger, I tried out some flag football.
Okay.
I did some basketball all the way up till middle school.
Okay.
And then I've done volleyball throughout high school. I didn't do it this year, but I plan on doing it next year too.
Yeah.
And I also joined the bowling team this year.
Dang, girl, you're doing it all. That's hilarious. Is this the first year for bowling for you?
Yes, it
How is
is.
that
It's
going?
it's going good. You wouldn't think it's serious, but these
Yeah.
people take it very serious.
Have you learned a lot? I'm sure you've
Oh,
learned a lot.
I've learned a lot. It's been
Yeah.
really fun.
Yeah. So flag football, did you play with the boys or was there a girls flag football team?
Nope, only girl on the team.
That is awesome. So kind of looking at your career as a whole, what's your favorite athletic softball memory and what is your most embarrassing softball memory?
Ooh, okay, so definitely my favorite was this past summer whenever we won PGF.
Yeah.
And it's kind of embarrassing, but we'll get to that. So during pool play, the team did not win one single game. We lost or tied every pool play game in California.
Oh,
So
wow.
going into bracket play, we were like, this might be a little rough. And then we ended up going undefeated and winning the whole thing. It
That
was
is,
really special though because we had 10 seniors on our team also.
yeah.
That was really great.
Yeah. What was the talk on the team before, going into that first elimination game? Were y'all like, all right, let's go? Or were y'all kind of just like locked in a different way? Like, what made the difference?
Well, I think as a whole we were definitely more locked in because we were
Yeah.
like, I mean, this is their last games. Like we want
Yeah.
to make it special.
Yeah.
So they were definitely excited. It's emotional in California when you have seniors on your team. So they
Yeah.
were like, we're gonna go out with a bang. And then like as the
Yeah.
underclassmen, we were like, we want to make it special to them. Like
Right.
we want
Right.
we want them to have a great end of their travel ball career.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Oh gosh, embarrassing stories. There could be a lot. So I was playing in a game for a rock, right?
Okay.
and I went 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts in one game.
Sometimes it be like that.
That was embarrassing. And the thing is, like, my team was like, it wasn't a good team we were playing. Like, it was like embarrassing because, like, of course, like everybody else on my team is like hitting bombs,
Yeah,
and I'm
right.
like,
Yeah.
why can't you hit the ball? I felt embarrassed by that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, because I
Yeah.
get better later in the weekend.
I know sometimes you just need that just to, I feel like once you kind of hit that like low point where you're like over three, like it can't get any worse.
You can't go
So
lower.
yeah, like it can't get any worse. I remember in college, I had a game like that where I'm not lying. I think I saw 9 pitches and struck out. No, yeah, 9 pitches and struck out 3 times. Like swung and missed at all three at bats in a row. And I was like, I just need to go home tonight. It just happens sometimes.
I think try to take the positives. At least I swung at the pitches.
Yeah.
I looked at them.
Right. You're like, they probably weren't strikes, but I still swung.
Yeah, she got me on some rise balls.
Yeah. Yeah. That's hilarious.
Could be my embarrassing
Yeah.
story. A rise ball.
Rise ball, yeah, just in general, period after rise ball. I love that. That's amazing. So kind of going on to the more, I guess, serious side of it. I like to ask each of the Commit Crew members this question because y'all are committed to all Power Four schools. You know, you make this huge accomplishment that you've been working towards your entire career. And it's easy to kind of look at that from the outside looking in and be like, oh, well, they have it all. You know, everything worked out for them. And at the end of the day, like you're still human. And I'm sure you've gone through times where you didn't think that was going to happen, or maybe you weren't even sure you were going to play, you know, to that level. So has there ever been a time where you have considered stepping away from the sport, and kind of how did you stay committed and how did you push through those hard times?
Okay, so I had jaw surgery
Oh,
about
wow.
2 years ago. And so after that, I was like, I don't know if I could go back to it. Like,
Yeah.
it was like a whole traumatic surgery because,
Yeah.
like, I couldn't eat or anything.
Mm.
And so I was like, that'd be hard coming back to softball after missing that much time.
Yeah.
But I was like, I love the game. Like, that is
Yeah.
my passion for it. And I love to ask this question whenever I consider, oh, I should quit. I'm like, what would I do without softball? Like, what would I do with my life? Like, I don't
Yeah.
have any other hobbies really. Like, I give
Right.
time to softball. So I'm just
Yeah.
like, what would I do without it? Like, I love the game. So,
Right.
like, I might feel this way at the moment, but in the big picture, I won't feel that way.
Yeah.
I would be so upset at myself if I ever quit softball.
Yeah, I love that. I love that perspective of like, yes, in the moment I'm feeling like this, but long term,
Yeah.
let's look a year down the road. Yeah, I'm sure that was really hard to come back from. So I'm very glad you did, and I'm sure that was very, very difficult. So kind of going off that question of, it's your passion and what would I do without it? What is your personal why? Like when things get hard and, practice gets long and you're like, gosh, what's your why behind why you play softball and why it's such a passion of yours?
I always just look at the little me standing out there on the softball field,
Yeah.
just how much she loved it and how fun the game was. So
Yeah.
whenever the game starts to get hard, I always just try and have fun with it. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know, I just like lean on my teammates more and like them pushing me to be better and to be my best. So I think that's just my why, especially when I look around and I see all my best friends out there on the softball field with me. Like, I want to do it for them. Like, that is my
Yeah.
why to play.
I love that. Like your teammates will always be there. That little girl that you look back on after those years, she will always be there. I feel like that's such a constant reminder that that's why you play. So I love that. I love that. So going kind of more towards your future in softball, why did you choose Arkansas and how did it align with the values and goals you had personally and athletically?
Well, I think anybody should choose Arkansas. I think it's the best school ever. So, okay, I'm gonna be honest. I'll start from the beginning. So
Yeah.
I went to one of their camps. They like invited me to a camp, and I was like, what is in Arkansas that I would want? Like, I couldn't even point it out on the map. Couldn't tell you where the school was. So there I go off to Arkansas. I step on campus. I'm like, oh, I really like it here. Like, this campus is really nice. And it was like kind of cold and everything.
Yeah.
And I love like mountains, coldness, snow. I love all that. And so then, the next day I went to camp and Coach Dipel walks in, the biggest smile on her face, and I get a Dipel hug. The
Oh.
best of my life. And I'm like, I've never spoke to this woman in my life, and I already love her with her hugging.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like, that just made me feel like at home. Like, Coach
Yeah.
Seifel is such a loving and the sweetest person ever. So she just makes it feel like home. And that's especially in all the coaches do. Like
Hmm.
each of the coach has like their own personality and they all like fit in together. I always say it's like a family there. Like their
Yeah.
coach, like I see Coach Gibson as like a big sister kind of
Yeah.
vibes to me. And like Coach Gassett gives me like older brother vibes, you know.
Yeah.
And Coach Moore is definitely like the dad. He'll be like hard on you, but he still loves you. And so like just seeing all them and like getting to like feel like their personalities and everything, that was really special. And that's especially why I chose Arkansas because of their coaches.
Yeah.
And you can't forget about the legacy Arkansas has.
Yes,
They are a winning program,
they are.
but definitely trying to step over the milestone of getting to the World Series. And I
Hmm.
think with the recruiting class that we have and the 25 has, I think there's a really good chance we could step over that to the World
Yeah.
Series. So
Yeah.
I just really love everything about Arkansas that they have and have to offer.
I love that. I love that. And the family feel, the home feel, that is so important when you make your decision. So I love that that's kind of how it felt for you because that's gonna be your family at the end of the day, especially once you're in there and you're away from home. Those are your family members. Those are your people. I love that. So what do you plan on studying in college? Do you have a career path in mind? And if you do, what is it?
Well, at the moment, I have no clue. I have kind of like
I was the
what I
same
want to
way.
do. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely want to do something with softball. I thought about
Okay.
like coaching.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that has definitely been what I think I'm gonna do. Staying in the
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, that's awesome. So we ask everybody this at the end of our interview. It is, if you could have dinner with three softball players, past or present, who would it be and what would you want to talk about?
Oh, well, number one, Sis Bates. Put her at the
Yes.
head of the table.
Right.
Let's see. Jessica Warren.
Okay.
Of course, we would talk about her amazing play in the World Series, her diving
Yeah.
catch.
Yeah.
That would be a topic. And
Yes.
then I think I would go with a pitcher. Maybe Montana Fouts, honestly.
Yeah.
I just love her.
Yeah. I love her
She's such an
presence.
incredible pitcher.
Yeah, absolutely. That's cool. Well, that's all we have for you today, but I loved getting to know you. I know our followers and our members will love to get to know you, and we'll be able to see you throughout next week as it is your week for the Commit Crew. So thank you, Katie, for being with us today, and we will talk soon.
Yes, thank y'all so
Yes.
much.